Last week I started building my little footstool, tabley, footresty thing, and I need to get on with it. We've got the base built and I'm really proud of it. I think it's looking pretty neat. This is all very flush with the edges. So the next thing, I think, this is my new technique. I've never done it before. This is my technique, is I'm gonna attach the foam and then cut it to size so that I know exactly where to cut. Okay. Oh. Oh. God, that dries so quickly, that's stressful. Oh no. Oh. The good thing is you can kind of stretch the foam a little bit. The next thing I have to do is trim off this foam. And if you look online, it will tell you that a turkey carving knife is the right kind of thing to use. Well, firstly, I don't have one of them. And secondly, I thought I can buy one of them, but it's a very big cut to make with just a little turkey knife. This next idea that I've had, if successful, will kind of make me a modern day Eisenbard Kingdom Brunel because it's just gonna revolutionize the whole building process of a footstool. I'll show you what I have in mind. I thought, what is similar to a carving knife? A hedge trimmer. I don't see why it won't work. I really don't see why it won't work. That looks exactly like what I imagine a carving knife looks like. It'll be fine, right? Provided all goes well, I'll get one nice big clean cut on this excess foam. I mean, look at that. It's just shy of the perfect width. Let's give this a go. Right, one more try. It's not exactly having the effect I thought it would. What if I try and cut through it this way? It is obviously cutting it, but would that be better off with just the bread knife? Or a saw? That's quite clean. Yes. Look at that. It's all about the saw. This is the technique. Long dragging motion. That's the technique. Okay. So the hedge cutter wasn't quite the feat of engineering I'd hoped it was, but we got there in the end. A saw for future reference. That is looking very good. I'm proud of this. If I'm doing this whole project, I can't bear to do it in this hall. It's freezing cold. So I'm gonna move this and my desk into the living room. I can use my little thingies, these little furniture thingies that I so kindly sent last week. Put their little shoesies on. Then I should be able to slide. This is actually genius. And then put him on his back feetsies. Boop, boop. Ah, so good. Okay, that is pure genius. Whew. Okay, I don't know what this stuff is called, but there is another layer of stuff to go on top of this to kind of smooth out all of the edges of things. But that should really cushion out this quite hard foam. Really quite hard. Well, I drastically over-ordered, so I think I just need to kind of tear it. Yeah, it tears so easily. That's great. The main kind of advice platform I've been using is Upholstery. She does the most amazing headboards and footstools, and her YouTube channel is fantastic if you fancy giving it a go. The videos are really relaxing to watch. I recommend. Lovely. So this is called cotton wadding. The next one is like polyester wadding. Now I need to get the staple gun back out. Let's go. Nice. I'm just gonna trim off the excess and then we can move on to the actual fabric. It's astounding how much quicker this project is than the sofa. Oh, it's so nice just having the square shape. I'm gonna measure across, I'm being a bit pernickety. 1/2 centimetre off being a stripe in the middle. I'm gonna move it because it'll annoy me otherwise. I think working with stripes is quite nice because you have an obvious reference point, but working with stripes is not nice because you can see the tiniest little thing that's gone wrong. I need to do some kind of finishing on this edge here, so do some kind of pleat by tucking this back, and that looks quite neat actually. I'm next going to do a contrast piping around the edge in some of the leftover fabric from the sofa. I'm hoping that there's enough of it. It looks like with this long piece here there will be. Yeah, that should be fine. I connected all of those piping pieces I did into this absolutely massive piece, and I did them all at angled joins because that makes it harder to detect where there's a join. Now I'll wrap it around the piping stuff and we can attach that to the thingy. God, this is all very technical terminology. I'm going to use this piping cord and I'm going to make some piping that I can then attach to the ottoman. That is a lot of piping. I think it looks quite neat. So in the morning I'm going to attach the piping and then there's hardly anything left to do really. Need to figure out how the legs attach, but it's basically just stapling a bit more fabric below and then it's done. This has been like the nicest project ever. This kitchen on the surface probably looks nice and neat and tidy. Opening this cupboard and you'd still be fooled that it's very organized. But open any drawer and the real chaos will be revealed. So I'm gonna do a much needed kitchen organizational session. And the way I'm going to do that is with today's sponsor, which is Bambu Lab. This is my new 3D printing machine. I'm going to print a load of different kitchen organizational things today. And the first thing I've chosen is this little tea organizer. It's really nice as well because I can choose the color of it. I'm going to do that one just in black, but I've got a wood effect, a metal effect, and one that's not even loaded up, a nice burgundy to match the kitchen, which I thought was really cool. It's so easy. I just browsed for models, selected the filament color, clicked print. It sent it to the printer from my phone. The machine just self-adjusts before printing and calibrates automatically, so you don't need to do any tweaking or have any involvement. It just does it all for you. As well as being able to control it through a phone, there's also a 5-inch touchscreen, which is really easy to use. I thought for one of those pantry drawers, it would make sense to do like a spice rack where everything's laid out and I can see all the labels of every spice. And I'm going to use a customizable model for that. You can go onto the Maker Lab and find customizable models and then enter in the different widths that you need and it prints it to the size of your drawer. The first of the spice rack pieces is finished printing. Let's get her out. Wow! I love this color as well. That's gonna blend really nicely with the wood interior of the kitchen cabinet. It's very fancy. I've now finished printing everything I need to sort that disaster of a drawer out. I've got my tea organizer. I ended up doing this lovely fluted container as well, and my 3 spice racks. So let's tackle it. What an improvement. I was just restocking some of the containers from the pantry, and for these half-empty bags, I realized I don't have any clips. 10 minutes later after needing one, here I am. One for the sugar. Amazing. The next area I want to tackle is the sink area. That's both the top and the underneath because it's such a mess under there. I found this really cool model, which is like a little holder to clip onto or stick onto the back of the door. I'm just going to use a double-sided strip to put it on. So good. And then I've also just made another one of the fluted containers, and I'm going to use this to put all of the sponges and things in. I'm really maximizing every bit of space in this cupboard because the final thing I've got is a holder for cling film and foil and paper and all that stuff, and it attaches to the back of here. This was the biggest of the prints I did, and I actually did it in like two-tone. I chose grey and white because I thought that would blend nicely into the marble. Look at this. How impressive is that? If it gets water in it, it comes trickling out into the sink. And yeah, I love that you can do two different colours. I've made some smaller accessories too for cooking, like this little spoon holder. When you've got a saucy spoon here, you can put it like that so it doesn't drip on the worktop. And the very final thing, which is literally just finished printing, is this little plate rack. I thought it would be a really nice way of keeping some of these longer plates out of the way. And then the everyday plates are always readily accessible. This machine is life-changing. I'm going to use it next in the bathroom and try and do a makeup organization-y thing in the vanity. But if you fancy trying out the Bambu Lab P2S, you can go to the link in the description. Thank you to Bambu Lab for sponsoring today's video. I just made myself my first latte on the machine. Used the like scary steam heater thing. And it bounced. Anyway, it was delicious. This morning, a huge pallet of limestone coloured grout arrived for the patio because it's all being grouted this weekend. And that means it's like officially done, the actual patio laying element. But yeah, the grout is like a similar colour to the actual stone itself. About 150 kilos of it just arrived. However, today I'm going to finish this leg resty thing. Not sure where's best to start. I was thinking of putting one of these joins on the corner. Thought it might be less noticeable there. This is really quite satisfying. I need to join these two ends of piping now, so I think the way you do it is unpicking one side, and that is going to wrap around this piece. It really doesn't help that it's the world's thickest velvet fabric. Okay, onto the side panels, which means cutting a little more fabric, and I have a bit of a plan for this. I'm gonna do the stripes vertically, so on this side, they'll line up nicely like that. On this side, they will go the opposite way. I thought that might be quite nice. Guess we'll do like 20 centimetre pieces.
Bolts of lightning, pouring rain, crescent moon has taken itself far away.
I'm going to attach each of these pieces individually now, and to get that join really straight, what you do is obviously like fold this over, line it up, and then staple from that side. And to get that line really straight, you can use this tack strip. So it's actually just cardboard strip. So then I'll staple that on the underside of the fabric. No, I'm not happy with that. I think once the first one's in, it'll be a lot easier. It's just lining it up and making sure that first staple sits well. Attempt 2. It's looking good. Okay, let's go. So nice. Right, I finished doing all of that stapling, and look how leg resty it's looking. I actually can't believe it. I thought the next thing I should do is put in the little attachments for the legs. Have I even showed the legs? Look how pretty they are. So I could choose the stain on the website, and I think that colour goes really nicely with this fabric. I'm also loving the green piping, like really adds a little something. It might have all been very bland without that, but this and this, I think gives it a little something. I Googled what you're meant to do with this, and I think you're meant to drill a hole. My concern is, however, that I don't have a drill bit big enough. I think it's gonna work. I just held the drill bit up to that and it looks fine. I'm gonna give it a go anyway. These little things then get hammered in, so that sits in the hole, and then these little teeth clamp the wood. I'm starting to think I should have done this first, because if I messed it up, then at least I only messed up a frame. It's not gonna mess up. Definitely needs to be bigger. Okay, we're cooking, baby. Let's go.
One more lazy dream. I can't sleep. They used to cook. You and me, we was thicker than blood. But the sky grew dark and got inside of me.
Whew. Right, last job is to staple the fabric on the sides down. So I'll do that side by side, and then we just put the legs on, I think. I feel like it's a bit bony where the fabric is just on the wood. I might put some wadding under there.
I still hear the words you told me. Baby, gonna be so lonely when I'm gone. But it isn't true. I was just as lonely with you. And I guess I always will be. Someday soon, I'm gonna go.
My stapler has got jammed on literally like the last staple that I put in, but I'm not gonna stop there. What I'm going to do once I get a new stapler is put like a black fabric on the bottom, that kind of like, you know, the kind of black fabric, because that will stop dust getting into here. But as I said, it's given up on me on the last staple, but I can't resist seeing how this looks now. I'm so excited. I think it's so good. I think it is anyway. Is it too big for the area? This needs to be tighter, which is fine. I can still do that. Yeah, I think that's the only thing I've done wrong. That's just all a bit loosey-goosey, so it's wrinkling and looks cheap. Okay, so a small amount of adjusting needs to be done once I get a new staple gun or fix that one. But otherwise, I'm pretty proud of it. I think it looks really good. Today I went and did a little bit of shopping, which is my favourite activity. And I wanted to show you the outcome of how the ottoman looks, all styled up with a little celebratory drink on top of it. Look how pretty. Went and had a look around and I got all of these books, and I just, well, actually, this little book here is not a book. It's a little box for little trinkety things. But I love that. I got that from TK Maxx. And then I absolutely love looking through interior design books. I've already got several upstairs, but I really love the looks of these ones. So I got these two, and I just like the colours of them too. Got this amazing little marble tray from Next, and also the wooden board. But yeah, I just wanted to show how cozy it's looking. I never really gave it much of a show off because I just kind of dumped it in the middle of the mess. It's looking so nice. Also, I think 2 chairs here would be nice, but it's definitely not necessary. Like looking at that, it looks quite complete, and I could pull the rug back more into the window so it feels like a completed section rather than this big empty stretch of rug. But I'll keep an eye out for 2 more chairs. This morning, I have the patio layers coming back to finish off the grouting work, which is so exciting because we're really now on the final stage. They think that it'll only take them about half a day to do it. I think it's one that you kind of like wet the surface and then like brush it in. Yeah, after that, Alan is coming back. He's off for a week once they're finished on the patio, and then he's back the following week to do the entire stone wall. And once the stone wall is done, it's really just getting the garden lights out. And then there's a patio. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I might start looking at some patio furniture. It's going to be a good summer. I'll make sure the camera's on them and I get what's going on out there, because they said that this stuff dries like so hard that it's absolutely fine to power wash it. It will never let a weed through. So it'll be quite interesting to see how it goes down.
Dear Irene, I wish that you could be here. The apple trees have grown to be so tall. It's been years and tears between our time together. Little children running in the hall. I went looking for the reasons in the darkness. Could I really be that kind of man? And I think that I was taking you for granted. I'm afraid that might be who I am. I came here to explain, but the car broke down again, and I walked home just to falling all to pieces. I guess you never knew the hole I fell into. But I got it.
This is actually insane. I'm so proud. I mean, I didn't contribute at all to this process, but I'm so proud of what I'm looking at. It's fully finished. Oh my God. What are these little like wormy things? Whoa, that grout is solid, man. It's so nice. I said before that I was a little concerned that people might trip off the edge of here, but I do think now like 2 big plants there will signify where there's a step down. Something else I need to do is go buy the chippings to go along the edge, but I kind of want to get the electrician here first so that we can figure out where we're going to run the cable before I completely finish it off. Let's go see these stairs. I haven't seen them yet. Oh, wow. The cobbles look so much less distinct and I kind of love it. It's like a really subtle detail now. Oh, it's so beautiful. And very soon, Alan will finish all of this off, and I've got lights to go here, like 3 along here. So each 2 steps will get 1 light. And I think that will look so fancy, like so fancy. Oh my goodness. We have a development on the greenhouse. The roof has now fallen off. Yeah, that's kind of a pressing matter, so nothing falls off into the school behind, because that would not look good on me. But imagine when this is all grass, lovely, lovely grass, and then these beautiful cream stairs. It's gonna be lovely. Isn't she lovely? But I'm really happy with the grout colour. It's kind of exactly what I thought it was gonna look like. So I'm very pleased with that. Wow. It looks so smooth behind me. I'm so proud of this week's work. Very proud. I'm proud of the week. I'm proud of the week. This is looking very foot rusty. Oh. I said this is looking very foot rusty. Whoa.
Hello. Voila.